Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining me on this lovely Monday evening. Are we experiencing False Move Monday? Or is the hope for Altseason and the Supercycle been restored? When it is so easily lost, why can it not also be so easily won? Ladies and gentlemen, today I give you Altseason. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Happy Monday. Sound off in the chat. What's going on? Tom Selleck Scope, Shayna Mac, Vahid, John, Giovanni. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I missed you guys. I missed you guys. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a few reps in before I change the world. Excuse me, let me put this down. It's really, really lightweight. Oh, man. Okay. Bitcoin, 112, 224, and 94 cents. Looking good. Let's refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we are at. 12 hours. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Zoom in a little bit. A lot of liquidity to the upside. 113.066. I'll go right here. 113.781. So I got a kind of a bit of a sci-fi movie. Like every day I look at the news or what's going on in the world. 111.556. And I draw more and more parallels to media. I'm like, wow, that was literally in a movie. 110.761. And it's happening more and more, mostly with the movie Idiocracy, which is a great movie, by the way. Highly recommend you go check it out. It's more like a documentary now. But the other day, I saw that Russia has unveiled a vaccine for cancer. And it's free for everybody. And I'm like, wow, that's actually really sick. Didn't that happen in a movie? And I looked it up, and I Am Legend, the outbreak, the vampire outbreak, literally started from a cancer vaccine. So, yeah, it was kind of crazy. I was like, whoa. That's a really bad parallel. I hope it works out, though. I really do. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, we got these liquidation ranges up above and down below. So far, we're just kind of treading in between them. What's nice is we broke above our old all-time high, and we're currently holding it as support, which is great. Our RSI broke above the moving average and held it as support. And your momentum wave shot up with the green dot to overbought. So we might get a little cool off here on the 4-hour time frame. Tom Selleck Scout said WLD went bananas today. Shayna Mac said I started cooking dinner at 6 for the summer, so I missed almost every show. Now kids in school, dinner at 5 again, so I'm back. Nice. Tom Selleck Scout said I like money, I like sex. Giovanni said moon, please. We had a blood moon allegedly yesterday, which is hilarious. Everyone's like, every blood moon has marked the top. And we pumped right after. So whoever listened to those people kind of feel bad for them. We do have, in my opinion, a fulfilled inverse head and shoulders. And by fulfilled, I mean all we got to do is break that neckline now in order for this to actually like play out. And my target, my frugal target, would probably be like I would call it 116, 115, 116. So we'll see if that plays out. Very cool. ETH is up 0.23% on the day. Cut my long hair off for Blood Moon, LMAO. I don't have hair to cut off. I get like Krusty the Clown hair if I let mine grow up. Or like Psychowitz. I look like a mad scientist, basically, with the bald spot on top. ETH currently trading at 43.16. It is up 0.27% on the day. ETH kind of lagging while everything else is getting a little pumpy, which is very interesting. Very much been sideways around 4240 and 4400. It has been literally just in this little range. So volume could be a little bit better. I don't know if it's getting sucked up with all the ETFs or if they're suppressing it. Because allegedly there's a Ethereum supply shock coming. So Tishu said Crow going down exactly as predicted. Don't say that. We just added that to the perfect entry portfolio. It's been holding it up really nicely. I mean, just added it as kind of a stretch. We added it right before the fun stuff happened. So it's up. It's actually our top gainer in that portfolio. I think it's up like 80% or something. It was up a lot. ETH holding 4240, which is good. That RSI is literally like, I don't think that this could consolidate any more than it already is without it literally becoming a flat line. We got some bullish div confirmed here, unconfirmed green dot on market cipher, red dot on the momentum wave pointing to the downside, which is this wick right here. Sorry, I know I'm zoomed out very far, guys. Let's see if this thing gets back above this lower trend line. Otherwise, 4240 should be support. I'm liking what I'm seeing, though. We are sitting on the upper side of our moving average on the RSI. Waterfly said, make money up or down? Exactly. So, that's exciting. Sol is leading the pack up 4.15%. John said, JJ, you are the man. Keep shining, brother. I appreciate you, John. Thank you so much. Sol is up 4.15%, leading the pack for altcoins, which is very interesting. I don't know if this upper trend line is relevant or if this actually makes more sense now. No, that doesn't really make sense either. I don't really know what to make of this anymore, because this seems sloppy now. I guess we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's candle body confluence, so I kind of like it, I guess. But we got to break above it, which is awesome. We're sitting at 214.92 right now. We close above this thing, and we got to come down for a retest and probably use that as support to then hopefully just blast the upside, man. I want to break 225 and continue going up from there. Sol looks really good right here. I do want to make a PSA. I did add to my Sol portfolio yesterday, my Solana Memecoins. I added GigaChad because GigaChad has been the worst performer out of all of our portfolio assets and our portfolios that we're tracking for the channel. GigaChad is down over 50% since we added it, and I looked at it and it's down, I think like 90% or 90. Yeah, it's down like 90% from its local high or all-time high or something. Zero said, yo, what's going on, Zero? So I added some to it, or I added it to the portfolio. That's the word. I'd never had any GigaChad to begin with, so I added it to the portfolio. Giovanni said, yikes. So, I mean, I don't know. That's a telltale sign to me to buy something, regardless of whether or not it performs. At least I got it cheap. If it goes down from here, then oh well. It's a gamble. But I figured it'd be a fun gamble. Total 3 is up 2.13% on the day. Ooh, I did not see this. We broke above 1.07 trillion, and we're currently teetering above it right now. If we hold above it, that would be sweet. A close above this could spell some pretty epic gainers for altcoins right now. That's really exciting. I had no idea this was happening. We do have overbought territory on our RSI, and your momentum wave is incredibly overbought with a red dot. Tishu said, now you guys bullish on Sol? I did tell you Sol probably outperform ETH. I think it still will for a little bit. Shanamek said, GigaChad be grinding, to be honest. Dude, their coin is so oversold, is ridiculous. It like hurts to see it in the portfolio. The only one that's really down that much is crazy. Tishu, I've always liked Sol. I will say that. And I guess always is a bad term. Since I started streaming, I've liked Sol. I used to be a Sol hater. But the fact that ETH has been lingery and Sol has been performing really well, kind of leading the pack for altcoins, is a little bit of a telltale sign for me that Solana might lead the pack for altcoins. I don't know if ETH can be considered an altcoin anymore, especially with all this institutional adoption and the size of its market cap. I think it's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then altcoins. I think that's what it's going to be. And Solana is the next altcoin. XRP, not really an altcoin in my opinion. It's like a bank coin. We'll call it a bank coin. JShear 2.0 said, yo, what's up, family? Miss y'all. What's going on, JShear? So, we talked about Total 3. Looks amazing. I'm really excited about Total 3. I did not realize that it broke above 1.07. That's really, really cool. ADA is up 3.75% on the day, currently trading at 86.65. This thing, I kind of knew that this was going to go up because we had this beautiful wedge that we've been watching. We broke above, retested, confirmed bullish, and then we set, what, a higher low, a little W, shake some folks out, and now it's going up. I expect 90 as my next target. JWaz Adventure said, yo, JJ, what's going on, JWaz Adventure? Can I get an update on Based Coin on Sol, please? Yes, I can. Shinemek said, ETH is not an alt. Agree? It really isn't. Like, that's not me trying to throw shade. I just don't consider it an altcoin anymore. Everyone can be like, oh, ETH is going to lead Altseason. I don't think that's true. It might correlate with Altseason. That's fine. But I don't think it can lead Altseason. It's too big. I'm looking for Based on Sol. Based, oh boy, there's one. No, there's more than one. There's two D's in yours, so I'm gonna do Based House. This guy, it's up 8.25%. Okay, I've looked at this before. Yes, so we got this lovely accumulation range, and it broke below that. So anything, in my opinion, below that, probably a buy, because you know it can get well above that. Right now, it's a wait and see in this little range. It is almost overbought. And if it candle body, let's see. Technically, you are getting some bearish div here. But I would want to see more of a reaction first before making a decision. Because right now, this candle could just as easily flip and then invalidate that. But you do have bearish div. So keep an eye on that. Volume looks okay. Market cap versus liquidity looks great. Yeah, I would just wait for a break of 49.02, and then after you break 49.02, maybe start taking profits. No, it's a really small market cap. I don't know, man. It depends on how you want to play it. I'm kind of a weenie when it comes to meme coins because I suck so bad and I usually round trip. So my plan would be to start taking profits above 49. Not financial advice though. This thing could go absolutely crazy. We've seen way too many stories, especially on Coinfessions, which I've read on the channel, of people being like, I bought Troll and I sold it for like a 5x profit. And if I would have held today, and it was only like $50 initial investment, if I would have held today, I'd have 13 million or some ridiculous amount of money. And with the liquidity to G it out, I'm like, dang, that sucks so bad. That's why you never fully exit a position, man. Ever. That is like financial suicide, I swear. Anyways, SNEK is up 6.87% back above 4, just like I said it was gonna happen. We got inverse head and shoulder right here. It's fugly, but it's there. Regardless, I knew that we were gonna get back above. We held 35 very nicely, and it was showing a lot of strength, a lot of wicks to the downside. I'm a SNEK guy. JJ being brutally honest about round trip. Dude, I feel like I've always been brutally honest about my Solana bags. I'm so bad at my Sol trades. I'm doing great with Pengu right now. Pythia I'm only doing good with because somebody gave it to me. I never actually bought any, but I didn't sell it. I could have sold it like a loser, which bugs me when people are like, hey man, I'm gonna throw you this bag, and then people are like, okay, well, just sell it because I'm an asshole. I just want money. I think that's messed up. But yeah, my Sol plays are I'm so bad, dude. I'm so bad at Sol plays. Shanemek said SNEK all the way. Is that your SNEKy, Shanemek? Do you have a SNEKy now? That's sick. I might buy more. I shouldn't spoil this, but I'm going to. There's not that many people here. Dude, no way, you got your second one? Okay, there's a new team that's getting ready to work on the mining, and I'm interviewing them this weekend, I think. I think I'm gonna interview them on Sunday for the channel. Also, have you seen the Strike Finance interview yet? I'm very proud of that one. That interviewing Sean from Strike Finance made me somehow more bullish on Strike Finance. That Pulse Play wants to take a look at Ray. Yes, we can. I'm so sorry I butchered the name of that. I can't even say it anymore without thinking of Re, which sounds like the dumbest coin in the world. I'm so sorry. Okay. So you got your bounce off of 55 and you got back above 74, 54. You're sitting at 75.21 right now. Chainamex said no longer will check it out. Yeah, dude, it's definitely worth a watch. Even a listen. It's very podcastable if you want to just listen to it as well. A lot of insight into what's going on with Strike, what they got in the pipe, and the future. And developing on Cardano. I don't know. It's a great interview. I'm very proud of myself for that one. Ray. It looks like it's showing some strength, which is great. Beforehand, let's see. You were cranking up, cranked down, and then it slowly grinded up, and then it really just fell, dude. Got a little recovery, and now it's starting to set some volume up, sideways volume, which is what you want to see. Eventually, it should grind back up if there's strength, and then you should get that nice gentle curve, which is exactly what happened back here. This nice gentle curve. So the fact that that's high or low is great. I'm not going to say that it can't go lower because it did that exact move right here. You got a little recovery and then it went lower. So don't be surprised if it does that. That's the name of the game. Okay. XRP is up 3.19% on the day. Got back into its triangle and it is currently testing the upper trend line, which happens to correlate perfectly with $3. It's at $2.96 right now. Having trouble. It was overbought, so it might come back down for a retest. So we broke above. It did technically break above and retest that lower trend line. So I don't know if it's necessarily going to pull all the way back. Maybe it just does a quick like midway point liquidity pullback and then uses that as a springboard to break above $3 or just the upper trend line. Regardless, something to keep into consideration. You also got a red dot on your momentum wave pointing to the downside, so keep an eye on that. HBAR is up 2.99% on the day. Lovely 1, 2, 3 hits the downside. Final break above 22. It's sitting at 22.6 right now. And that's about a midpoint, actually, midpoint rejection. What I would like to see is this break above that midpoint and then eventually get above 23.5 to continue trading to the upside. This is definitely going to be resistance based on this resistance right here. So you want to get above that. That's going to be a big one. Your RSI almost overbought, not quite, and your momentum wave definitely overbought. Could use a little cool off here. We'll see what happens. SWE is up 2.67% on the day. We talked about this the other day. How this could be what happens. Instead of going all the way down to the purple line again, because that would be the beginning of your banana curve. Even if it's really, really shallow. That's still the beginning that you want to see. So that could be what's happening right now. I'm going to leave the line where it was, just in case it comes back down again. But keep in mind, this thing could linger for a minute and then just shoot straight up. It is in its safety pocket right now in between 342 and 353. So break above 353. Probably looking for 370 after that. RSI looks great. Trending above the trend line. And your momentum wave got a green dot, which led to it being overbought. So you could probably use a cool off right there. Ondo's up 2.38% on the day. Upper trend line testing right now as we speak. Looks good. Ondo is the one with the sloppy trend lines, but I kind of like it. It's also lingering perfectly right around 95.35. Trend line or not, no matter what, you do got kind of, I don't know if this even qualifies, but it's a fugly harmonic. That probably doesn't count. I'm pretty sure that they're supposed to be like this. So forget that. Regardless, you got kind of an M that we've seen in the past that usually results in some upside. Yeah, it looks similar to this, with that weird dip in the middle. So let's see what happens. We didn't quite get down to our blue trend line. It's currently sitting at 93.22, right below 95.35, which is a really important line for me. I would love to see it break above this upper trend line and then get above 95.35 and then continue trending to the upside, which would be sick. $1 would be the big target. RSI looks good. Momentum wave a little bit overbought, could use a cool off. Aerodrome up 2.65% on the day, back above $1.15. Still lingering, but I don't mind it. We got ugly inverse head and shoulders that didn't quite play out. Outside of that, I don't know, man. I just see WW. That's like 4 hits to the downside. And a very obvious resistance right here around $1.20. So we get above $1.20, great. If we don't, probably not looking that great, to be completely honest. We're seemingly rejecting around $1.18 right now. I would love to see $1.15 hold, and that'd be the foundation to break above $1.20. Shill said, out of my old soul memes took off the other day. One of my old soul memes took off the other day. Bitcoin mascot. Nice. What do you think about abstract JJ wrapped ETH? Let's go check it out. Abstract. Am I crazy? What do you think about abstract JJ? Is that a chain? Oh, okay. I don't know anything about it. Is this the Pengu one? Is this the Pengu chain? Because I'm seeing a lot of penguins. I'm assuming this is a Pudgy Penguin chain. Nice. I mean, it's obviously it's going to have some good volume for sure. I'm a little bothered that it's below Polygon. That's weird. Polygon's making like a weird comeback. I'm really bothered that SWE fell off so hard. Everything else I don't really care. It's like Sol's going to be on top. ETH and Binance and Base are going to be the next ones. They're all going to trade spaces and whatever. But SWE should be up there with them. You know what I mean? I'm quite bothered that SWE's getting kind of shafted like that. I'll have to take a look at this. We'll have to dedicate some time to this in a future stream for sure. I think it's really funny that there's just a ton of Pengu memes. There's a dog. Unicorn. Sweet on-chain is dead. That sucks so bad. I wonder what happened. Okay. Yeah, Arrow. I'd like to see some momentum out of Arrow before I get my hopes up. But we were looking for that retrace after we hit our target of $1.50. No, we were not. I lied. I was looking for it to hit $1.50 and then linger. And we lost $1.44. And then we continued to the downside after this head and shoulder played out. And my target for that was $1.10, $1.15, which we hit. And we've been kind of lingering around ever since. So that's nice. But my $1.50 linger was completely wrong. Pinlink is up 0.91% on the day. Currently trading at 57.91. Tishu said SWE was the hot alt for a long time. Remember when Sol was new? It was the same thing. Don't marry an alt. I mean, I feel like you say things sometimes. Like, I don't know. It's unnecessary. Nobody was married to it. And then I can't react because I feel like the way that I'm reacting right now, clearly I was married to it. And I'm like offended that you even suggested such a thing. Because I did have feelings. Very deep feelings for SWE. Like, what do you mean don't marry an alt? Nobody married the alt. What? I wasn't madly in love with SWE. You know what I mean? JWS Adventure said SWE didn't pump their memes, took the L. That is a big driver of retail. It really is. Charles learned. We got he's pumping Craju right now, which is it's fun. It's a fun little meme. He did the same thing with Nike before. I made a ridiculous amount of money off of Nike. I don't know. So hopefully the same thing happens with Crowdju. That'd be pretty sick. Anyways. Pinlink chilling above or below 60 again. Kind of inverse head and shoulder vibes. Neckline would be too sloppy though. Yeah. 3 hits to the downside, we'll call it. Regardless, I like below 60. I feel like it's a buy. It has been lingering for a while. It's showing some strength. Volume looks really good, consistent. Jay Wesley just said, I remember you liked this blue meme on Sui. Forget what it's called. It was like Frog. It was not Frog. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was Splo, which went to 0. My Sui memes, believe it or not, performed just as bad as my Soul memes. Splo was my baby boy, dude. Oh my gosh. I still have all my Splo. It's not even worth selling. Did I remove them from my watch list? Oh. Did I really? Damn. Oh. Oh my gosh, that hurts. I need a minute, guys. I need a minute. My baby. You left the screen? What do you mean I left the screen? I can't believe Splo screwed me over like that. God damn you, Splo. I cared for you. Pengu is the new Splo. It's going to replace all my bags that betrayed me. Popo, whatever the hell it's called, did the same thing. It was a cute little rock. Did absolutely nothing. I held on to it. I was in profit. I was up like 2 to 4x on these memes. And I did nothing. I was like, oh, it's going to go higher. It didn't go higher. You know what I did? I watched it go back to 0. Stupid. Render is up 6.45% on the day. Ooh, look at Render go. Ooh, so Render's been an interesting one as well. We call this gigantic wedge, but there's only 2 points of confluence on top and bottom. Top now has 3 points of confluence, which is nice. Shanamax said Crowdju is spelled wrong. Really? There's like 25,000 of them. You're talking about the one that's actually doing good? Crawju. You spelled it the same way. Sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. We're having a little too much fun here, guys. We got 3 points of confluence on top, 2 on the bottom. And if we break out right here, which is funny because it perfectly correlates with that 374 resistance and the upper trend line. If we break out of that, then my frugal target is 450. And my big boy target, if we measure the entire flagpole, if that is a flag, then it's going to be like 560, 570, which is pretty exciting stuff. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to extend my comically large range for Render. As of right now, we are incredibly overbought on the 4-hour time frame, including your moving average, or not your moving average, your momentum wave on Market Cipher. So with the red dot, and the volume has increased, which is nice. That's kind of what we want to see. Stellar is up 4.29%, rejecting its lower trend line of its big boy range right now. We got kind of a double bottom right here, it looks like. Double bottom and a rejection. I would love to see this maybe pull back, break above, get a pullback here, and then continue to the upside, kind of mimicking this move. Does that make sense? Is it supposed to be a K? What? I think it's a C because of crab. That's funny. You know what? Maybe they did it with a C to avoid copyright infringement. Coach 2 Canap said, yo, my friend, can you look at TRWA on MXC? Look the chart, please. I appreciate you actually saying what exchange chart you wanted to look at. Yes, I can. Let me finish Stellar really quick. Volume increase looks really nice. I like that we kind of lingered at this halfway point in between 38.5 and 32.10. We got our little double bottom, and we're trying to get back into our range again, which is awesome. We do that. See, this is what happens. We get this monstrous move up, and then eventually you have to establish volume in these areas. Hopefully that was enough, because we also got volume down here. So if we bring this over and you take this into consideration and you take this into consideration, those are your building blocks, your scaffolding, I like to call it, to fill this whole gap right here that was not filled before. So now that that is technically filled with scaffolding and we can safely have that foundation to continue to the upside, I think we got a green light if it goes that high. Shana Max said, did you check out Wise Owl NFT launch at all? I did not. I have not looked at any NFT launches for anything recently. I've been tuning into spaces that have NFTs featured. TRWA USDT on MXC. Nice. Okay. Cheers, guys. Happy Monday. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. Okay. Let's zoom in. There's a very obvious floor here. Support. Black Shane Bruce said, hello, sir. How are you? I'm good, man. How are you guys? Cheers. Is this a giant triangle? I kind of feeling a giant triangle here. Let me get... Oh, whoops. I was like, why are all my indicators gone? I'm feeling a giant triangle. Nice falling wedge, maybe? Oh, I dropped my... Where did it go? Oh, goodness. Okay. Dropped my coaster. Excuse me. I don't want to ruin my desk. It's already pretty effed. My daughter, when she was really, really little, had that kinetic sand. If you have kids and they have kinetic sand, get like a container for the kinetic sand, dude. Do not let them play on the desk, the coffee table, the kitchen table. None of that. Because it's literally like, it's like sandpaper mixed with Play-Doh. And they're like, ooh, they mush it all into the surface. And then they just basically remove the entire finish on top of that surface. I remember coming home one day and I was like, what happened to my desk? My fiance was like, calm down. Isn't that a big deal? I'm like, what do you mean? The top of the desk is gone. It's a black desk. The top is like tan. It was fun. So, needless to say, I need a desk mat now. Anyways, I see a giant wedge. Sorry, Coach. Coach said 70 million market cap. Crypto God John, buy this coin too. Okay. I see a giant triangle, which we've seen in the past. This thing goes nuts. Does a giant triangle, goes nuts. Does a giant triangle, goes nuts. Do you see the pattern? Giant triangle, goes nuts. It's just a repeating pattern over and over again. And what's really crazy, what's really cool, is it's in a solid uptrend over time. So, number go up regardless. In my opinion, if I was going to buy this, I don't know anything about the coin at all. I'm just looking at the chart specifically. Obviously, do your own research. This would be a good time to buy. Strictly based on everything that we've seen in the past. This thing goes up. Goes up. Goes up. Over and over again. It's a repeating pattern. Now, is this going to be the one time where it breaks down? Who knows, man? Who knows? You gotta exercise caution. Do your own research. All that stuff. TRWA is an RWA project backed by Royal UAE family. Okay. All right. Anyways, Polkadot is up 1.1% on the day. Check their website if you have time. You'll probably check it out after the daily close if you're still in here and you give me a reminder. Polkadot looking good. We got above, what was this line? Temporary resistance based on all of this previous resistance that we could not get above for some reason. Actually, it goes back even further. Decent amount of confluence there. My kids get that stuff everywhere. Had it in my ass. You drink chai latte? I do, actually. I do. Delicious chai latte. Did I say it? Or did you know somehow? That's kind of creepy. Oh, so good. It is homemade. I was a coffee guy for a long time. I got like really bad heartburn though. I switched to dark roast, which I still enjoy. But I started drinking chai latte. I've always been a tea guy. I discovered the chai latte and I was trying to perfect it. I was like, it kind of tastes like crap. I don't like it with milk, whatever. And then everyone on the internet was like, try it with oat milk. I tried it with oat milk, and I think I'm literally addicted to oat milk because I put a splash of it in my cereal now too. But that might literally be the only reason why I drink it. I don't know. It's delicious. I got no other excuses. I enjoy the drink. John said, boil your coffee the old school way if you get heartburn. Yeah, but then there's like if you don't put it through a filter, there's a certain fat in there that can cause diabetes or something. I don't know. There's too much crap. Coffee. I'm still a coffee connoisseur. I'm just kind of a poser at this point now, though. If somebody's like, do you like coffee? I'm like, yeah, but I normally just drink tea. Which makes me feel like a weenie. I feel very un-American when I say those words, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? Anyways, Polkadot looks good. Lower trend line held beautifully. Bounced off of 378. Broke through our 390 resistance line. And we broke above $4 again. That's what we were calling for. If we broke this, I said $4 was the next target. And we did it, man. We blasted right up there. We're chilling at 403 right now. I would love to see this thing maybe just establish a foundation at 4 and then break above our upper trend line. And hopefully get to 421. But so far right now, we look really good. We got our little technically fake out to the downside. I don't know if that really counts. I'm kind of grasping at straws there. John said, there is no fat in coffee. Pour a cup of cold water in to make the ground settle to the bottom. There's something. Let me look it up. Sediment in the cup. Higher cholesterol levels due to unfiltered deterpines. So my bad. It was the cholesterol. It was not the fat. You're right, John. I don't want a high cholesterol. I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't want to have to worry about it. Okay. Fartcoin is up 8.03% on the day. The Fartcoin fractal, after I've adjusted it 17 times, the 18th time is the proper one so far. So we'll see if this continues to play out the way that we want it to. If it is correct, which again, you know, it's a fractal, so take it with a grain of salt. If it is correct though, then number go up, man. Number go up. Target 240, 250, 260. Not financial advice. We'll see what happens. Shane Max said weenie. But yeah, Fartcoin looks awesome. We are incredibly overbought right now, but we did get above our overhead resistance around 79.80. We're struggling to get above 83 right now, but we broke below 80 and it was resistance, 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 and we broke above it, which is awesome. So let's see if we maybe establish some momentum here and then blast to the upside. Guys, we got less than 1 minute until the daily close contest. Don't let me forget I'm on Fartcoin. Go back to Bitcoin on the 1 minute time frame. Get your guesses ready for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin 112.51 and 66 cents. Let me transition to our game page. Joe Wesovich said, JJ, please look at Dude on Solana. It's a coin for NFT doodles. Shane called me a weenie. He also said, what we aping? Ladies and gentlemen, 26 seconds remaining until you guys can guess for the daily close contest. Since there's nobody here for like the past week, Tyler ran rampant and like stole every single possible win. It's crazy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, you got a 5-minute window. Starts right now. Anyone can participate. Only one will win. Opportunity for you to win up to $100 every single day. It's completely free to play. All you have to do is smash the like button and subscribe. Shinamek said, I hate cartoon Fartcoin. Who hates Fartcoin? I love Fartcoin. It has been going down though. Like, I could see if you're like a avid dollar cost averager into Fartcoin, I could see why you would hate Fartcoin. I still would love to. I want to buy a house with Fartcoin. I want to be able to write that down on a mortgage. Fartcoin. I think that would be freaking hilarious. Brandon Hilgen coming in with 112, 102.23. Cool. How sick would that be? Also, by the way, Fartcoin, if you're watching, If you're watching Fartcoin, Dr. Fartcoin, whoever the creator is, I'm assuming you're a doctor. Dr. Fartcoin, if you're listening, if you send me, I'll make it $100,000 worth of Fartcoin. I will buy a house with a mortgage backed by Fartcoin, and you can use it for marketing like crazy. Oh my gosh, the Fartcoin house, dude. Could you imagine? Could you imagine how many people would buy Fartcoin because they heard somebody bought a house with it? A Fartcoin backed mortgage. Come on, man. Come on. It's too good. It's too good. Blockchain Bruce said Fartcoin is a KOL shill. They all are, man. Every coin is a KOL shill. Every single coin. Tom Selleck's Goat said 112.030. Shainamak. 112. Whoa, what the hell is that? 112. 111.48. Cheers, guys. Happy Monday. Beautiful day today. I learned today that the underbelly of a skid steer can be so filled with mud that you literally have to excavate the interior of the skid steer, which is hilarious. Blockchain Bruce said not SNEK. That is true. I'm technically a KOL, and I shill it all the time, so the quality of the KOL is up for debate. Fahid coming in with 111,900. Shittamek said, oh, what's up with these freaking ads? Is there a lot? Fahid said that there wasn't a lot. Gotta make money somehow. What's up with these freaking ads? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got 1 minute and 47 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Currently, we have 4 entrants: Brendan Hilgen, Tom Selleck, Shainamak, and Fahid. If you did not hear your name and you have submitted in the chat, that means I have not seen it. John coming in, and if you want it to be seen, your best bet is to put it in like John, who's coming out of retirement, to put Tyler in his place. 111,949.67. Is this where it all begins? Ladies and gentlemen, 68 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Don't forget to smash the like button. Blockchain Bruce said, hey, you interested in joining us for early morning live? Probably not during the week because I'll be at work. Shoot me a DM though. Tyler coming in. Defending his crown. 112.069.00. Degener. 111,997. Ladies and gentlemen, 38 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in. Blockchain Brew coming in with a guess. 112.000. What the hell? It's not typing. Oh my gosh. 112.000.25. 22 seconds remaining on the clock. Philly said comma not dot. Oh, we got a Philly and error maker? What is going on today? 111 dot or comma 979.00. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Arrow maker, I got you. Don't worry. 112.001. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure there's no doubles. Dang, you guys are crammed up inside each other. This is disgusting. Come on, you couldn't squeeze Tyler. Billy said, "Oh shoot, I made it by 2 seconds." Yeah, you guys cut it close. Ah, that pulse player, it's too late, my friend, too late. Look at Bitcoin bouncing beautifully off the previous all-time high. Let's get these bad boys up on the board. We got Shainamak with 111.48. We got Brendan Hilgen with 112.102.23. We got, oh boy, is that somebody else? Yes. Tyler 112.069. We got Tom Selleck's goat with 112.030. We got Error Maker with 112.001. We got Blockchain Brew with 112.000.25. We got Degener 111997. We got Philly with 111979. We got John 111949.67. And Bahia with 111900. All right. Shannon Max said you got 7 out of 8. Let's have a go. Yeah, Jay Shear was our first monetary prize winner with 7 out of 8 digits. He's the one who actually increased the prize. So Tyler said hot dog or not. You're just gonna have to wait and see, my friend. You are going to have to wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our contestants. A lot of people today. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to smash the like button. Number go up. Currently, Tom Selleck's goat is in the lead with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Ew, somebody just walked by the window really fast. And it's like eerily dark outside for how early it is. Let's see. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Billy said, Tyler, Texas sausage. I spent way too much money at the grocery store on my way home from work. I'm kind of upset about it. I got some decent stuff, though. I really want French toast. Tyler is now in the lead once again. We got 1 minute and 47 seconds remaining on the clock with Tyler with a reasonably sized gap this evening. 1 minute 38 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin 112.78 and 72 cents. Billy said, I'm thinking about becoming a Cornerville Chad for the extra minute. That's a good idea. Jay Shear said, damn, a few seconds too late. Good luck, family. Let the best man or lady win. Appreciate you, Jay Shear. Yeah, guys, every membership tier can guess up to 1 hour early. The tier 3, though, the most expensive one, the Cornerville Chad, allows you an extra 60 seconds past the cutoff time to guess a minute past everybody else. But there's no limit to how many Cornerville Chads we can have. So if everybody that participates is a Cornerville Chad, Shinamix said, F up with the ads you do. Is there too many? Is there too many, Shinamac? I can change it. I have it on, I don't know, it's on moderate or something like that. Average, I don't remember. It's on auto. All right, guys, this is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Currently, Tyler's in the lead with 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin 112.76 and 75 cents. Somehow, Tyler manages to squeak ahead every single time. Are we going to dump to Tom Selleck's goats level? Or are we going to pump to Brennan Hilgen or Shanamac's level? That is the ultimate question. So far, Bitcoin completely flatlined for the close. 112.76 and 74 cents. 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh, Tom Selleck's goat now in the lead. 15 seconds remaining. 112.65 and 23 cents. What's it going to be? Holy cow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Selleck's goat is the winner of the daily close contest today with a Bitcoin daily close of 112.65 and 23 cents. 112.65.23. 112.065.23. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. Congratulations, Tom Selleck's goat, on your victory. Dethroned Tyler. Few can compete, but the ones that can are unstoppable. Congratulations, Tom Selleck's goat, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. Very cool. We had a lot of participants today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exciting times. Very cool. Thank you, everyone, for participating. go to the 4-hour time frame. Zoom out a little bit here. Congratulations, Tom Selleck Scope, once again. All right, let me go press your button, my friend. Tom Selleck Scope. Yay! Congratulations. All right. Tom. Oops. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Selleck Scope has been added to the winner's Google Doc. Congratulations, my friend. Blockchain Brew said, gotta go talk to you later. Take it easy, Blockchain Brew. Appreciate you for stopping by. Smashing the like button. Taylor said, whoa, 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 not dethroned. You have been dethroned, my friend. You won yesterday. You didn't win today. That is dethroned. Taylor said, I knew it was a beat as soon as you said I had the lead. It always changes in the last minute. Tom Selleck Scope. Billy said, Tom Selleck Scope, eat a dick. And JJ, you eat a dick too for never letting me win. Tom Selleck Scope said, Philly, you need a hug, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? I would like to point out that the budget was low due to low views for this past week. So tomorrow should be better. We got quite a few people watching, so make sure you smash the like button. Can I get a drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 112.30 even and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 112.65 and 23 cents on September 8th, 2025. Mr. Tom Selleck Scope's prize is a Hot Pocket. Congratulations, Tom Selleck Scope, on your victory. Be careful with this. The contents are hot. It's like hot lava when you bite into it. Microwave it a little bit. You can not microwave it. You can have it raw. You can put it back in your freezer and save it for later. You can split it with your friends, your peers, your competitors. Whatever you do, you will legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. Whew. Let me just check really quick. Tom Selleck Scope is in third place, very quickly encroaching on second place and first place. I'm just saying. What flavor? I'm not entirely sure. I just grabbed what was in the freezer. I'm assuming it's some kind of Italian something. Probably pizza. It could be meatballs and mozzarella. I don't know though. Probably pizza. It's looking a little pizza-y. So congratulations. Enjoy. Like I said, low budget. Low views equals low budget equals budget friendly daily close price. So enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to it. Bitcoin dominance 58.32 and dropping. Very exciting stuff. I love it when this thing falls off a cliff, and that exactly looks like exactly what's happening right now. 58.31. So it is getting lower than this low, which is awesome. I would love to see it break 58 again. Oh, excuse me. Tyler, he was 0 like 2 months ago. I'm just saying. You've had a lot more time to accumulate. Tom Selleck Scope has been running up fast. Never underestimate a sneaky goat, my friend. Never underestimate a sneaky goat. Where were we? Cass Avalanche is up 0.28 since the daily close. We seemingly have a rejection off of our upper trend line, but I'm very pleased to announce that we held our lower trend line and have achieved a touch of our upper trend line. Very nice. So let's see if we get a retest of 25 and then use that as a springboard to get above our upper trend line. And 27.33 next in line. Beautiful. What is this? Symmetrical triangle maybe? Looks good. We were overbought for a hot second, but we're good now. We did get a red dot on our momentum wave pointing to the downside, so we could see a cool off here, which coincides with the idea of retesting 25. Tyler said only got 3 months left. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Mr. Tyler. Oh boy. Number go up. Exciting stuff. We do like number go up. What do we think, guys? What do we think? Any trades to be made? Congratulations, Tom Selleck Scope, once again on your victory. Chainlink is up 0.39% since the daily close. We got our breakdown out of our ascending range. And seemingly kind of like a little fake out above 24.42. Philly said no way it's like $13 a month. What is? The tier 3? There's no way it's $13 a month. I said all 3 of them. There's no way it's $13 a month. Is it? I can change that right now. That's way too much money. Just for the record, I looked at other people's and everyone's lowest tier was like 5, and I thought that was insane. I thought that was way too expensive. Let me go to my memberships and see how much they are. How do I change this? Levels. Edit. Oh, it's 10. $10 a month. You guys get to play games with me and stuff. Should I change that? That seems a little steep. It seems a little steep. Oh, YouTube Premium. Okay. I pay for YouTube Premium. I love it. I got it for free. So I got YouTube Premium when the election was happening. Oh, I just realized I'm on my game channel or my game page still. My bad. I paid for YouTube, or I signed up for the free thing when elections were happening because it was nonstop political ads. And the people in Michigan have the dumbest names. There's like Alyssa Slotkin, and I don't know. They got goofy names, so it's like blah 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 blah. Alyssa Slotkin, blah blah blah, and I'm like, gosh, I can't hear another one of these stupid. And it's just nonstop. Those are the only people that pay for ads on YouTube during politics season. So I had to get it. I was like, I'll take the free trial for YouTube Premium. Please don't show me any more ads. And I got rid of them entirely. And I was like, wow, this is so nice. So I let it start charging me after that. And I haven't looked back since, dude. I have zero regrets. Capitalism got me. Okay. Anyways, Chainlink, beautiful bounce off of 2167. Looking good. 2442 is next in line. If we can get past this midpoint resistance, which is like, I'm going to call it 2325, I suppose. Yeah, previous support turned resistance. Previous support, whoops, support, resistance. So, break above that. Shana Max said my kids begged me to get it. I mean, I don't like it, dude. I really do. Spend a lot of time on YouTube, although free is fine as well. It's not like you're seeing a million ads. You can also get ad blocker and just get a laptop. I don't know. There's a million ways around it. You know what I mean? Like, if you got to pinch pennies, it's not even about pinching pennies either. If you just don't want to justify the expense. I used to set up an email, a dummy email, and sign up for the free month of Netflix every month. There's probably over 100 dummy emails that I set up, and then they got more strict. They started requiring a card, so I got empty prepaid card, and I would register that in my name and everything. And then they got even smarter, and they started charging $1 and giving you back the dollar immediately. So I had to put $1 on the card, and then it just got too messy. I was like, this is too much work. It's literally easier for me to just pay it at this point. But it's starting to become easier for me to fudge it again. You know what I mean? Because of how expensive that shit's getting. I'm like, damn, is this really worth like all this? I look at it in terms of time instead of money, because it costs me this much time to make this much money. So is it worth this much time per month or whatever, you know? Hey, I said hello. Harder to hear you today? Is it? It should be good. Is everybody else's audio good? Okay, anyways, Chainlink looks really good. I would like to break 23.25 and then continue to the upside. But chart looks great. This thing ran up pretty hard, and I'm okay with this being the pullback. It looks very similar to this. It really does. You get the run up, the pullback, the run up, the pullback. Next target, probably, hopefully, above 31. Genomax said good. Fahid said, can we dump all month and enter Pumptober? I think everyone thinks that we're going to dump in September. I don't know. It's hard to tell, man. Doge got a beautiful breakout of this alleged symmetrical triangle that we just noticed yesterday. and we broke above 22. And after that, it was just game over, straight up. Past 24, 130, we're at 24, 228 right now. Incredibly overbought, red dot on our momentum wave, but Doge does not care. It is in its honey badger mode right now. So it looks good. Billy said, JJ, your audio is low always, so I use a powered speaker. Really? I thought the audio's been good. I can turn it up. I've turned it up before, and you guys said it was too much. Every time I mess with the audio settings, it gets all funky. I'm just going to leave it. You guys got to deal with it. Tyler said, want to see my today project? Discord. All right, let's see. Let's see what Tyler's got. Is it going to have audio? It better not have audio. He's going to want me to play it, so I'm going to play it here. This is Tyler's today project. We are finally done. What is it? Mulch, gutters, siding? The veneers here? Lighting? The windows? The whole house? Did you build the whole house? It's pretty. It's a pretty house. I like the... Oh, it's just a regular porch. Okay. Nice. Shinemex said it's fine for me. Blake Vega said, audio sounds great. What do you think about CRV? Let's go take a look at CRV. Doge looks awesome. I'm excited about Doge. Probably looking for a pullback. Billy said, JJ, the problem is your face. It's too far from the mic. I could put it closer, but I feel like I'd be yelling, and I bottom out the mic. All right. Let's take a look at CRV. Let me forget, I just finished Doge, so we got to go on to the next one after that. Curve. Curve is curving up. We broke below 88 support, and we are very much consolidating. Look at that. So this thing does the same thing every single time. You get a mad pump and then a retrace. Mini pump, retrace, mad pump, retrace. It's doing the same thing that it did back there. You can actually see how identical these are as well. So I'm not saying this is going to happen. I've seen that happen in the past, but this was also a much bigger move. This is not as big, so because it's more conservative move, you might actually get a decent move up versus that downside. This also looks like it was some kind of event, I'm assuming. With it dumping that hard, it probably wasn't supposed to happen. Shinemex said, no, it's ugly. I got Doge at like $1. Haha. All right. Curve. All right, so let me look at, you are at a support zone as well based on this price action right here. So next you're going to be looking for overhead resistance, which is going to be right here for sure. Probably, I guess right there. And then definitely right there. So those are your three zones that you want to get above. You are literally sitting at support right here. You got support, 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 resistance, resistance, support. So there's a decent amount of confluence at the 74, 64, and probably 75 level. Let's just go 75. Yeah, we'll call it 75. Nice psychological number. And you got like your triple bottom, like everything else has established. Even probably make the argument for inverse head and shoulders. You're right at your neckline, which is going to be a impromptu resistance line. Once you get above that, then probably look for, if you don't get a retest, then you could shoot straight up. I would love for it to shoot straight up, get in between 84.6 and 88, and then establish a range in there. Use that to springboard up to 93. RSI looks good. It is trending on the upper half of the moving average, and your momentum wave is a little bit overbought, so you might be due for a retrace. I would love to see it break above that 80. I'm going to call this 80, actually. Well, no, maybe not. That doesn't work. I like it where it's at. 79.5, probably. Break above 79.5. And then hopefully 84. But you might break above and then consolidate first. None of that could happen, and you could just reject and go down and break below 75. But that's just what I'm seeing based on what everything else is doing right now and current market sentiment. Speaking of current market sentiment, let's finish up. We got near. Ooh, whoa, near crank to the upside. After holding its lower trend line very nicely, gracefully, if I do say so. It is currently sitting right below the upper trend line, which is a sloppy upper trend line if we're being completely honest. I guess that would be it. That looks good, right? So I want to see a break above the upper trend line and then at least a test of 269. I could see it breaking, testing, see, rejection, retest, confirmation, and then continuation. I like that. Tyler said before and after in Discord because ready, LMAO, I had a weed takeover. Really? Shana Max said no it ugly. I got Doge at like $1. Still holding that bag somewhere in the wallet graveyard. Did I tell you guys that I bought some Giga Chad? So yeah, we'll see what Near can do. Pengu is at 0.41 since the daily close. Blasted past 29 and 31. Didn't even really establish anything in here, which is awesome. Held this support line, which is the midpoint in between 25 and 29. Really held that really well. And then use that as our springboard. We're currently sitting above 33.82. We're at 34 right now. Pump up to 35.9 would be awesome, but I could see this breaking down and retesting 31 because we didn't retest. So I could see that. This is bearish scenario, bullish scenario, probably lingering above and then continuation, or even a retest here and then, or a rejection here, retest, and then continuation from there. So a bunch of scenarios that can play out. All the points of confluence are there, and they're all relevant. We are incredibly overbought on a 4-hour time frame RSI, and your momentum wave has a red dot overbought here as well. So look for a retrace probably. Silver. I believe silver hit a new local high today. 41.5? 41.65? Wow. Good for them. Silver looking good. RSI actually retracing while the price continues to the upside, which is impressive. I believe that that's going to spell some bearish div, though. DXY getting incredibly dumpy. It's about damn time. MicroStrategy down 1.78%, still lingering around 330. I think we're still in the safe zone, but it's cutting it close, man. It's starting to get a little spicy here. I think maybe 300 would be my bottom line. Like really, really bottom line. 300 for my retrace. Even 300 is a little dicey. So, I don't know. Let's see if we can get a proper reaction here soon. I would hope. It's been retracing long enough. NASDAQ. Looking good. Nice pumpage. And S&P. I think the S&P hit a new all-time high too today, which is crazy. Bitcoin dominance 58.31, continuing to be red and dumpy, which is awesome. That's exactly what we want to see. Bitcoin 111.920 and 90 cents. Congratulations, Tom Selleck's coat, once again on your victory. Enjoy your hot pocket. Tyler said a lot of weed pulling and chopping bushes and trees down with an axe. Dude, if you get a sharp enough axe, that's the way to go, man. Ooh. All right, we got a little more context here. This is like half my job in the summer. That is a lot, dude. Is this your house or is this a client's? They got a shark? Hell yeah! That's the dream vacuum right there, man. I got a shark. The one that I had to fix. The motor, dude. I had to pull the heart out. Did I throw the old one away? I think I threw the old one away. I vacuumed up too much water. Looking good, man. Let's go. Wow. Yeah, that's a huge difference. The mulch makes a big difference too, dude. Like night and day. Well, congrats. I like it. And congrats, Tom Selleck's coat, once again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some news articles. Fight Fan said, can I get JYAI price prediction for November 15th? I will give you my target if I was buying JYAI and I was looking for November 15th prediction for myself. See, this thing is following what it's done in the past almost too perfect. You said November 15th. I don't know. I actually do not know. Hopefully not 4620. See, I'm going to be so biased now because this fractal has stuck pretty damn accurately this whole time. I'm going to do it though. So my bearish target, if I was buying this, would be like 47.48. My bullish target, because it might hold this, we do have an upper trend line, which was previous resistance, hopefully turned support. We tried to use it as support here, broke below it, got back above it, and now we're retesting as support again. If it holds, then we can maybe paint a different story. If that holds, what is going to happen? So bearish target down here, I'm going to call it like my medium boring target would be right here. 1735. And this is for me if I was buying this. Nobody else. My bullish target, I mean, I'm just going to measure this distance and go for that. No need to get too technical. My bullish target will be up here. Bam. Local top. Okay, actually, let me take that even a step further and measure these wicks. I like that, actually. I like that a lot. I'm going to go right here. 29. Yep. So, bearish target, 5. My boring target, 17. What the hell? 0.00005. 0.00017 or 0.00029. Not financial advice. Those are my 3 targets for November 15th. If I was buying. And that all depends on what happens here. If this breaks below and can't get back above, it's probably going down here. If it holds and it lingers, then it's probably going to be right here. If it holds and then pumps, it's probably going right here. Not financial advice, complete guess. I am literally fabricating the future based on something that's never happened before because it is following a very, very strict pattern that it has followed in the past. Problem is before, it got a little spiced up and didn't have any previous price action. Now, it's spiced up and has previous price action, which is why this lower trend line, which is a previous upper trend line, is so relevant and so important. Because you have that previous support or previous resistance to use as support this time around, whereas before you didn't have that. So that's my guess, and that's all it is a complete guess. News articles. We got a lot of news articles, so bear with me, guys. I feel like they're all incredibly relevant. It's a big week for crypto, especially leading into potential rate cuts this month. We got the bond market pricing in 3 rate cuts by year's end, and 3 more cuts in 2026 that would bring the Fed funds rate down to 2.83% after a brief hiatus. Easy money is back. Watch Your Guru posted NASDAQ filing with the SEC to allow tokenization and blockchain listings of stocks. Russia warns U.S. is trying to exploit global crypto users to erase its $35 trillion debt by pushing stablecoin adoption backed by U.S. treasuries, then devaluing the dollar. and there's nothing they can do about it. Michael Saylor posted, Strategy has acquired 1,955 Bitcoin for $217.4 million at $111,196 per Bitcoin and has achieved a Bitcoin yield of 25.8% year to date 2025 as of 9/7/2025. We hodl 638,460 Bitcoin acquired for $47.17 billion at $73,880 per Bitcoin. Hell yeah. Unusual Whales posted, new home inventory is at its highest level since just before the housing market collapse that led to the Great Recession per Fortune. Also got alcohol consumption has gone into possibly permanent decline per Bloomberg. Not gonna lie, I've been considering shorting alcohol manufacturers, if that's even what you call them, because I feel like that can be incredibly lucrative. I don't drink myself. Maybe it's just a echo chamber, but I feel like nobody drinks anymore. It's definitely a generational thing. But I'm sure they could pivot, and I don't want to get stuck in a short that I can't afford. Okay. Oh boy, I'm being told to look at the moon right now. I can't do it. Okay. Ledger CTO, this is a PSA, guys. Ledger CTO says if you use a hardware wallet, pay attention to every transaction before signing and you're safe. If you don't use a hardware wallet, refrain from making any on-chain transactions for now. I don't know, obviously you can do whatever you want, but this is a PSA. The chief technology officer of Ledger says that there is a large-scale supply chain attack in progress. The NPM account of a reputable developer has been compromised. The effective packages have already been downloaded over 1 billion times, meaning the entire JavaScript ecosystem may be at risk. The malicious payload works by silently swapping crypto addresses on the fly to steal funds. If you use a hardware wallet, pay attention to every transaction before signing, and you're safe. If you don't use a hardware wallet, refrain from making any on-chain transactions for now. I will say, I think we've known about this. I don't think that this is anything new, them swapping the address. Maybe it is something new. This is also a very, very lucrative way to get people to buy hardware wallets. I'm just saying. Not financial advice. Just a PSA. Be careful out there, guys. U.S. economy should take off by fourth quarter, according to Scott Besson. Home prices are falling in half the U.S. Hell yeah. DeGeneres said, just fear-mongering. I don't know, though. Is it fear-mongering? It's more like marketing, in my opinion. He's like, listen, if you have a hardware wallet, you're fine. But if you don't, you better get one. Exactly. You said they're trying to market Ledger devices. Exactly. That's a great way to market Ledger devices, man. JP Morgan warns the Fed's expected September 17th rate cut could spark a sell the news drop in U.S. stocks. No shit. Ethereum collapsing? ETH hit new all-time highs in August, but revenue crashed to $39.2 million, down 75% from last year, and the fourth lowest since January 2021. Analyst warns the fundamentals are collapsing while price keeps pumping. Yeah. Yep. Moon posted, this is great. I love this, actually. This is a good perspective. A guy who made so much money, he hasn't had a job in years, thinks we're all doomed in the next 2 years. All of your friends from high school who have work tomorrow are drinking Bud Light and sports betting $15 today, and it's the best day of their lives. Perspective, guys. The people with money are doom posting. Think about it. Is it because they're losing money? Because we're making their money? I don't know. I'm just saying. Next, we got the most bullish phase of the cycle is still ahead of us. Many of you have already sold because you were told the top was in. You hate me for my bullish posts, and as usual, to find some relief, you'll start throwing insults under this post, but I'm not here to fight. You made your decision, and you should feel at peace with it. The only thing I want to tell you is this. When the unstoppable move upward begins and you start feeling anxious, while those who promised you lower start calling for higher and higher targets, that will be the real top. Don't buy back then. Don't make 2 mistakes instead of just 1. Thank you. I like this. I'm going to follow this guy because I think this is hilarious. I'm already following him. Look at that. Uh-oh. I'm going to get in trouble because I didn't go look at the moon. My fiance's home. Oh, no. Bitcoin Magazine posted another solo miner. This one's crazy. This is the third or fourth one maybe in the last month. Another solo miner mined a Bitcoin block worth $347,980. That's a lot of freaking money, guys. Tyler said, I just got back, but seen where you looked at my house, and yes, my house. Very nice. I like it. That's a lovely house, Tyler. Okay. We got CryptoZaros posting a large-scale crypto supply chain attack is in progress. Ledger CTO warns. Yeah, so PSA, be careful with transactions. Make sure you double, triple, quadruple verify the address. And there's a possibility that your money might still get stolen. Watcher Guru posted Supreme Court rules President Trump can fire FTC commissioner. Michael Saylor's strategy buys 1,955 Bitcoin worth $219 million. Gold reaches new all-time high of 36.30. U.S. House Committee on Financial Services calls for the Senate to pass Crypto Clarity Act market structure bill. Very cool. Eric Trump says the modern financial system is changing and crypto is rewriting the rules. Let's freaking go. SEC to host public crypto roundtable on October 17th. That, ladies and gentlemen, I think is going to be when they approve every single cryptocurrency ETF for trading, because their deadline for most of them is in October. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. TechDev posted bear market while reds decline. Bull market ramp when bars green. Goes parabolic when bars go red. Red profile mirrors parabola profile. Impulse tops at blue peaks. USD tops at red peaks. We're still green. The global business cycle has dictated every aspect of Bitcoins. So we're not even in the number go up part, which is crazy. DJair said, did you see the pump and dump fiasco on SWE, the IKA token? I did not, but I saw people actually shilling it. That's crazy. DJair said, I missed out on thousands. Really? That's crazy. Okay. CryptoFace posted, GM, altcoin season is here. Sell the old, buy the new. I like that one. He has more money than me. Just saying. Follow the money. Stock Money Lizards posted, Bitcoin is following the same pattern throughout the bull market. Impulse moves happen in Q4. This is where historically usually most pumps happen, preceded by a longer consolidation period in the form of a falling wedge or bullish megaphone. Regarding the narrative in each of these phases, Crash Profits claim it was the top. Remember the famous biggest bull trap I have ever seen in early 2023, Q4 loading. Marty Party posted, major internet disruptions today, streams and spaces up and down. Let the devs fix things. We will not be stopped. I've been hearing a lot more about internet issues that people are having. Kobayashi Letter posted, AI is all that matters right now. AI was cited on 287 earnings calls conducted by S&P 500 companies in Q2 2025, an all-time high. This figure has quadrupled over the last 3 years. It has also surpassed the previous record of 247 set in Q4 2024. By comparison, the 5-year average is 124 and the 10-year average is 79. By sector, information technology led with 65 earnings call mentions in Q2, representing 98% of its total calls. The AI revolution is in full swing. We also got breaking. There are now a record 312,000 new homes for sale in the southern United States. This is 21,000 higher than the August 2006 peak, just before the housing market crash. The number of new houses for sale in the South was almost half of what it is now during 2020 pandemic. What? Meanwhile, new homes for sale in the West have risen by 40,000 over the last 5 years, 111,000 near the highest level since 2008. New home inventory in the Northeast and Midwest is also near cycle highs, but remains well below 2006 housing bubble levels. How much longer can this housing market run last? Another historic move, the French government has just collapsed for the second time this year. I don't know what that means. This makes President Macron the first French president to have 2 government collapses in 12 months since 1953. DJair said, do you manually bookmark those news posts or use an automation tool? I actually go through these myself. So my process every single day when I get home, which is why I miss the daily close sometimes because I don't have enough time. I come home. First thing, usually square away the little graphic at the bottom of the page for the daily close. where it says all the winners, I make sure that I update the number, and then I open up the window for the actual contest entries, make sure that that's all ready. That way that's out of my way, out of sight, out of mind. Then I pick the daily close price and I cut it out, make it transparent, save it, and then I go through X and I highlight any post that seems relevant to news that day. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I'll have some time at work to scroll and save some stuff, but for the most part, most of the work gets done like hour before the stream. And then I do the thumbnail, and then I do the title, and then I do the description, and then I go live. Yeah, I think that's it. I also log out and log back into this because for whatever reason, if I don't do that, it'll auto log me out like before the stream, which is hilarious. It literally has like the tightest security on this little paper trading website. It's really funny. All right, next we got investors are increasingly hedging their positions. Hedging ETFs attracted $6 billion in their net inflows over the last 7 days, the most since mid-April. This follows $5.7 billion in the week prior, as well above average seen in Q4 2024. Gold, cash-like, long volatility, and inverse ETFs have now seen 6 consecutive weeks of inflows, the longest streak since the March-April sell-off. Additionally, leveraged long ETFs have posted $5.9 billion in net outflows over the last 2 weeks, the most since at least early 2024. Uncertainty is rising again. Just in, this one was interesting to me. Cointelegraph posted this week's most discussed tickers are Bitcoin, ETH, MicroStrategy, Doge, Tether, and eGold. Of all coins, eGold I was not expecting. 5 new whale wallets have bought $323 million in Ethereum on Kraken. Very cool. Standard Chartered now expects the Fed to cut rates by 50 basis points next week after a weak U.S. jobs data. China's trade surplus on pace for all-time high despite sharp drop in U.S.-bound exports. Grayscale files S1 with the SEC for a Chainlink ETF. This one, in my opinion, was long overdue. This one's really funny too. Russia just said the quiet part out loud. The quiet part of the USA's plan for stablecoins and Bitcoin out loud for the world and realized they can't do a single thing about it. Next step is the race to accumulate first and not be victimized by it. Hell yeah. The digital transformation of capital markets is accelerating and momentum is building for Bitcoin. Saylor is a legend and he's unstoppable. Again, my favorite quote from Saylor, Bitcoin is the exit strategy. Degenair said, have you considered using Grok to help with some of those tasks? I believe you can set up a daily report with provided account sources or hashtag topics. I have not actually. That's a good idea. I might look into that. Crypto NB. Altcoins breaking out. Let the alt season begin. We got a lovely wedge formation on the daily on total 3, it looks like. So we'll have to check that out ourselves. His target is 1.26 trillion, it looks like. Let's freaking go. And last but not least, we got our update, our daily update of important crypto or things that can affect crypto, things that will affect the market, essentially. Events this week. Tomorrow, we have 12-month BLS data revision. Wednesday, we have August PPI inflation data. Thursday, we have OPEC monthly report and August CPI inflation data. And Friday, we have MI consumer sentiment data and MI inflation expectations data. This is the last inflation data before the September Fed meeting, so keep that in mind. Congratulations, Tom Select once again on your victory. Enjoy your hot pocket. Everything's quiet. Render's up 1.09%. Interesting, it's breaking out as well. And it's above 3.74. Render might be going right now. Same with Polkadot. Polkadot's been very antsy, I guess I would call it. It's moving a lot. Bitcoin dominance still continuing to go down. Let's go. All right, we got portfolio update. 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is only down $56 right now. Looking good. Sol and ADA still in the lead. Sol's up 27. Oh, Render is actually now green as well. Let's go. Sol is up $27. ADA's up $11. And Render's up $2. The rest are down. We got Doge, Ondo, Near, Fetch, Proppy, Shib, Aptos. Interestingly enough, these are really good gauges for finding out when the market sentiment is going to shift. these were consistently going down or lingering or being sideways, whatever. When they start to ramp up and get into profit, and then these start to slowly become more and more in profit. Right now, we were just Sol and ADA. Today, now we're Sol, ADA, and Render. If this keeps going and we get more and more assets and profit every single day, there's a good chance that the market's flipping bullish again. Memecoin portfolio, starting to outpace the 1K to 10K Grok portfolio already, is only down $35. With Pepe and Doge are in profit. WIP is up $57, Pepe is up $15, and Doge is up $2. SNEK and Giga Chat are the only ones that are down. Giga is up though. Giga is up since yesterday. It's up 24% in the last 7 days. Wow, that's actually crazy. I did buy some last night, but did I miss that pump? Let's see. I'm up 30%, I think, since my buy. That doesn't make any sense. No, it does. I understand. Let me actually properly measure it, though. I want to go to Giga. It's up 9. No, it's only up 9% in the last 24 hours. That doesn't make any sense that I'm up 30. So I must have put in more than I thought. Let me get my address, copy, and search. Bam. Okay, I bought at 11.90. Okay, it's not even. I'm not even up that much. I am currently up. I can't even measure. 10% if I'm lucky. Yeah, it's like 8 or 9%. So scratch what I said. I'm excited though. I should have bought the other day when it was way down. When I said I was gonna buy. Just Have Fun said, "Yo, what's going on? Just Have Fun." All right, next we got our narrative portfolio, my favorite, and what was once the best performer, and now it is probably just the most stable. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one real-world asset coin, and one gaming coin, and it is killing it. Currently in profit, $84.20. Pepe's up $46. Tau is up $20. Mana's up $18. Fetch is up $11. VeChain is the only asset that is down, and it is down $12 as we speak. And last but not least, we got our perfect entry portfolio. The best performers so far, every single asset in this portfolio chosen by you, the audience, that is currently in profit, $157. There are 9 coins in here. We have one more slot to fill up, which we will vote on if we get another dip in the near future. Currently, Crow is leading the pack. We have one asset that is negative right now. Render is down $8. Crow is up 61. Chainlink is up 53. Solana is up 18. Sui is up 12. ETH is up 10. Ondo is up 4. Pyth is up 3. Graph is up 1. And Render, again, is down 8. This portfolio, shredding. You guys picked a killer portfolio. Pleasantly surprised. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map really quick. Don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys being here. Share the stream with anyone that you can. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I think we just hit 1,160. So what is that math? We need 840 subscribers, right? Yeah. We need 840 subscribers before December 31st. Yeah. Heck yeah. Sweet. Okay. Liquidation heat map. 12 hours zoomed in. Bam. Oh, okay. We got a little surprise here. 112,738. And closest to, we're about to hit some liquidation points. 111,535. Interesting. Yeah, they're going to hit that. There's no way they're not going to hit that. They're probably going to go all the way down to 110,813 minimum. And then up top, this bad boy goes all the way up to 113,862. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see where that takes us. Congratulations, Tom Selleck once again on your victory. The old all-time high was holding, but we're still struggling. We're dancing around it. We'll see where she takes us. I believe in the power of love. Render is getting a little pumpy right now. 1.84%, 1.93% in the green. Alts showing strength is really good for Altseason. I like that Render's getting pumpy though. This is actually really exciting. It is officially breaking out of the upper trend line, regardless of whether or not this is an actual wedge, which I still feel like it might be. But this upper trend line is resistance. And we are breaking through that right now. I would love for this thing to get back up to $4. That would be really exciting. The fact that we're trading above 375 is bullish enough for me. And SNEK is up 0.81. Looking a little green. Dude, Render's already at 2. Let's go. They announced something? They're getting awfully pumpy for everything else being a little slumpy like this. Or is that just the beginning of alts going while Bitcoin sits on the sidelines? I feel like that could be it. Exciting stuff. It is Monday, though. We do have to take into consideration the idea that false move Monday is a thing that people say because that's a lot of times what happens, unfortunately. So I really like what Render's doing. It broke through that resistance, lingered for a second right here, and now use that momentum to get above the upper trend line and 375 resistance. So it's exciting, man. Exciting times. Don't forget to smash the like button. Cheers, guys. Happy Monday. Yeah, alts are waking up right now. Interesting. Are we going to get to have fun streams? Near's up 1.28%. Degener said Sol Eco is pumpy. Pengu pumped. Check AI16Z. AI16Z. Whoa. Very nice. Nice. So this had clear resistance right here that it got above. Heck yeah. Look at that. Support, 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 break, resistance, break above. It's exciting stuff. All right. Yeah, Render's up 2.15% on the day. Altcoins up 0.59, trying to break that 83.27 resistance line. Following the fractal very nicely. Casts rejected 82.76. Coming back down quite possibly perfectly following what I drew. Why did I draw that? I think it was because we've seen it play out a million times before. Exactly like that. Question is where? I don't remember. I drew this though. I remember pointing it out where it had also played out in the past. So hopefully that's wrong. But if it's right, then sweet. Chainlink hopefully getting ready to break this. What is that? 2320? 2325? Resistance line. Your momentum wave is a little bit spiced up on market cipher though. Yeah, Render's coming back down. If you dip. Bitcoin looks a little excited too, though. It looks like it wants to stay above that previous all-time high. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm probably going to call it. I'm going to call it right now. And I'm going to hope that we got to jump back on for a emergency pumpy stream. Degener said, are you good at shorting? I keep trying to short MYX. I am so bad at shorting, dude. What do you think is a good level to attempt again? I'm really bad at shorting, and I think it's because my bias is long, and I always plan, I'm like, this is gonna top right here, and I'm like, this is a good short level, and then I never trade it. Whoa. So this is very clearly incredibly volatile. What even is this? You have to take into consideration the fact that it's done this before and it just lingers sideways before going down. So it might do that again. When the coins are weird like this, when the chart's weird like this, you gotta You got to start to have weird methodology behind behind your trading. So I'm gonna fractal this. It's a perp dex. I don't know, man. Did they make an incentive for holding it? So if I take this and I go, how do I make it bigger? Like that? Boop. Yeah. I go like that. You know, I don't know how long it's going to linger. Before it was this long. This time is going to be the same thing. You know. See, even here, if history repeats or rhymes, you got something doing this, and then some kind of sideways, and then some kind of eventual slump. I wouldn't even call it a crash. It's a slump. I'm not saying it's going to play out like this, but this is what I would look at personally. And I don't know, man. I would wait. But that's not how people make life-changing money either, so it is quite a gamble. Trying to short something that's this spiced up. It does look like it's hesitant. See this wick right here, though. That's a lot of buy pressure. So I'm not sure. I really don't know if I would short this. It seems like a no-brainer when it's that overbought, you know, but you never know. Somebody could just be manipulating it even. The volume looks insane too. What's the market cap? MYX. I swear that's like a makeup company. Mix Finance. Number 42. Whoa. They entered top 50 pretty damn quick. It's up 9,000. Okay, that's all time. My bad. Past year. In the past month. Okay, this has to be new then. It's up 790% in the last month. 1,000 in the last 7 days. It is up 1,278.5%. What the hell? $2.81 billion market cap. Fully see, here you go. Okay, I don't know, man. Maybe shorting is a good idea. Fully diluted value is 14.25, which means they got a lot of unlocks coming. Are they laid out here? Yeah, look at that. Ooh. I don't know, man. So I would do like 2x, 2 to 4x. 4, you're really kind of asking for trouble. I would do like 2x short and just wait, man. Maybe even, so I would do 2x short with half of my portfolio. And then I would save the other half to dollar cost average into it in case the price went up to lower my or lift my liquidation price. That's what I would do. Just manage your risk. Be careful. Not financial advice. If I was trying to be a degenerate gambler and trying to play this, that's what I would do. Bitcoin, 111,605 and 11 cents. Let's go take a look really quick since we're here at Fear and Greed and Altseason Index. Altseason Index is at 52, crossing our threshold, which is exactly what we want to see. We want to see this thing eventually get to 75, and then it'll be Altseason. Yeah, see, MYX is right at the top. That might be a good short. Shit. Not financial advice. Just be careful. Ooh, ETH is up 53% in the last 90 days. What? Already got stopped out 4 times. I think there's a promo campaign right now. Apparently really cheap fees too. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just be careful, obviously. And our Fear and Greed is at 44. I like that too because it seems like we're in a really good spot. 44 is awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. Hopefully, I got to get back on for an emergency stream. Bitcoin currently 111,651 and 17 cents. Looking good. Congratulations, Tom Selleck Scope, once again on your victory. As always, guys, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Monday and good night.